the Temple of Sage podcast, or welcome back if you've already listened to the previous episodes. So today, or this episode, this is episode 4. So I think today I want to talk about something that I've been building and working on for some time now, or I've been living with it for some time now. But yeah, it's become like a little world that I've built. And drum roll, please. It's called the Garden Isle. Yeah, and it's just like it started out as like a seed that was planted, and then it grew into a whole garden. And now, like, the Garden Isle is like, it's almost like an island, but it's like, I don't know, it's growing. So whatever that means. So I don't really have an outline for today. I just thought I would just hit record, and then whatever happens. So I guess I could start by talking about getting a house, which is what I'm in the process of doing right now. Yeah, getting a like central hub or like a headquarters for my business and what I've been building. So, it'll be my first house, which is crazy. But yeah, I just have like a lot of work plans for it. And lately I've been like forced to like focus on my health and like just be really cognizant and aware and just learning a lot through trial and error, of course. But yeah, it's been an interesting journey. But as far as right now, yeah, I want to start actually gardening. Yeah, because like I've had this concept and I've been like living with it and working with it on like more of like a metaphysical level or like a mental level or a spiritual level. But I haven't really done the like grassroots of it and like held up any plants that I've had or any produce. Like I have like seeds that I've like prepared and they were germinating and stuff, but it's like now I'm like, oh my God, like I almost want to throw them away. Like I don't even want to finish the process of like actually, okay, now they're sprouting and now it's time to plant them and actually take care of them. Yeah, which I guess I should maybe. But yeah, it was like more so like I wanted like a space that I feel like I could really ground and plant myself in. So that's been like one of the, I guess one of the things that's been pushing me off from actually doing it. Even though I want to have potted plants and not necessarily like garden in the ground type of situation. I could start now, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, so yeah, I'm in the process of getting this house, and it's very symbolic to me as far as what I've been building. Just because I feel like I've been working on like the foundation of it and like I said, working with it on the metaphysical level or like the energetic level and like the mental level. But it's like now it's becoming more real and like tangible and like I'm actually like living in the realm that I've created. So that's why it's kind of like symbolic. Um, yeah, but I'm excited to have a lot of plants, a lot of produce, a lot of herbs and flowers too, um, so that I can grow my apothecary and like actually like grow it and nurture it, take care of it, and then have the herbs to make the products. Because it's like one thing like I could like buy like bulk herbs of like different things and then make tinctures, teas, and like the formulas and like all of the stuff that I've been working on or I've been learning about. Um, yeah, but it's like another thing to actually grow it and then, you know, curate it or like, produce it from that way. So I'm excited about that. Um, yeah. So speaking of that and creating the products from the herbs and stuff, right now I have 4 oil blends that I've curated them and then I've been like testing them for a couple months now. So, um, yeah, it's 4 different oils. Um, I guess I could just like list each one and like get into specifics about the energetics behind them and um, what they actually do. So, I guess the first one I'll start with is like my staple oil is the one I use the most. Like, yeah, I've ran out, so I had to like make more of it. It is called Temple Vale, and it is more of like the oils that I made. It was specifically for like sensitive skin because I have sensitive skin. So, um, but yeah, I just wanted to make like a good oil blend. So the Temple Vale oil is jojoba oil, vitamin E, calendula, and chamomile. That's it. That's it. That's in the formula. And the flowers, calendula and chamomile, are like both antimicrobial, so they like benefit your skin. So, um, and also calming. Like chamomile is calming, and also calendula for people, especially with eczema or like flare ups or inflammation and stuff like that, is good for that. But yeah, that's my staple oil. It's like an everyday oil. I usually use it um, on my like I don't know if I should call them like weak points or like my sensitive spots that I usually like have like dry spots. Yeah, or like eczema or something like that. Like those spots that I really like maintenance more of. That's what I usually use the oil blend for. Um, yeah, so I usually use it like getting out the shower. I just apply it in certain spots, and then yeah, that's been my like ritual. So I guess speaking of ritual, no, I'll wait to talk about that. I'll talk about that one last. Um, so I guess the second oil I can talk about is called Temple Calm. Um, that one is more so for like it has more healing properties or more like acute healing properties. So it's like if you have like a serious flare up or like you have cracked skin or like you're like um damn near like bleeding or like it can work like as a salve. So it's more like almost medical. It's not, I don't want to say medical, but it's like yeah, it's closer to that range. So that's Temple Calm. Yeah, that one has the jojoba oil, vitamin E, calendula, and chamomile, but it also has yarrow and skullcap, which is a sedative. So it's like for calming. So that's the real calming herb. But yarrow is a herb that it helps stop bleeding, and it's more of like a antiseptic, or people use them as salves if you have like a like leaking wound or like a bloody wound or something. You could make like a salve, which is just like mix water or oil with um, the herb yarrow, and then you just bunch it up and like place it on the wound. So that's Temple Calm. And then the next one we have is Temple Flower, which I use that one a lot too. Um, it's more of like, it's fragrant. It's jojoba oil, geranium essential oil, Texas cedarwood essential oil. Yeah, I think that's really it for that one. Yeah, it's more of like, it's fragrant, so it's like more of like a perfume type of oil, but also it um repels insects. So that's the real use of that oil, and that's why I use it a lot. So if you like mosquitoes, um, yeah, if you're going to be outside, or if it's just like mosquitoes in your area or whatever, Temple Flower is literally like, it works. So I usually put that on. I don't put it on my like sensitive spots or like, um, yeah, like don't put it on like cracked skin or like anything like that. Um, it should be more like on like surface areas, like um, yeah. Anyways, that oil is for repelling mosquitoes mostly, but it's also fragrant, so it's like it smells good. So you can put it on if you just need a little, you need to smell a little good. But yeah. So the fourth oil is Temple Union, and this oil is more of a is more of an intimate oil. So you could use it with yourself or with your partner. Yeah, it is apricot oil, coconut oil, um, rose, like it has rose petals in it, and it also has Shivatri. I'm pretty sure. I hope I'm saying that right. Shivatri oil. I mean powder. It has Shivatri powder in it, which is good for like your yoni, or like it's good. I don't want to say it's like an aphrodisiac, but it's more of like a It's good for your reproductive organs. I'll say that. Um, yeah. So that oil, the Temple Union oil, is not latex safe. So, it's like, I guess that emphasizes the use of it or the meaning behind it, which is supposed to be, for union. So, yeah. So yeah, that's the main or the most relevant product that I have. Yeah, and I actually have that available for orders. So, like every new moon is when I start taking pre-orders for it, and then around the full moon is when I ship it out. So, yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, so also having that house is like, I don't know, it's a good like production zone for that, because I want to do like a ceremony with it and like do maybe some lives. So like actually like showing the process of making the oils every month. Yeah, and I have to get some calendula and some chamomile. Right now I have like bulk bags that I bought of the of the flowers. But yeah, I want to start growing it so that it's actually coming from my garden instead of just my apothecary. Yeah, so I have more products that I actually came up with before. I came up with them before the oils, but I don't know, the oils just kind of was more immediate because it's something that I use and I need. So that's why it kind of happened like that. But I have more stuff that is on the way. And right now I have some promo stuff in a short film that I have coming, um, which will showcase more of the products that I'm producing. So yeah, that's gonna be exciting. Um, yeah, so I guess that's when I'll reveal more, and that's how I reveal more. But the oils are available now, so that's different. So also, I want to talk about the services that I have. I just kind of built out my page, which actually took a long time. I don't know why. It was just like, oh my god, it just felt like so much. But just mapping out my offerings and what the services that I have and I provide. Yeah, it was kind of like a backwards unfolding kind of for me. It started off with like higher end offers. It was like, lifetime access to the garden aisle. So these are initiations. It was 4 different initiations for the 4 different archetypes that I work with. Yeah, so the archetypes are the mystic, the shaman, the sage, and the prophet. So these are 4 archetypes that I work with. They're basically like my guides, my spirit guides. Um, or at least how I got like introduced to my spirit guides. It came in 4, and it was like 4 of my ancestors that have passed. But then they started to like change. So it's still 4 of them, and like how they position themselves around me. Um, it's kind of like a, what shape is that? Is that like a it's like a trapezoid shape around me. Um, yeah. So at first, it was like my 4 ancestors, and then it became like they had different hues to them, where they turned into different guys. Like like one was like from a past life. It was someone that used to help me in a past life. It was almost like he wasn't like my assistant, but he was like my support. Um, yeah, but he almost acted like an advisor, or like um he acted as like an advisor or like an assistant almost in a way. But yeah, he was from my past life. And then another one was like the god Thoth. Thoth, I hope I'm saying that right. Um yes, he like came in position as one of them. And then it was the goddess Freya as one of them. And then the last one was like it was like my shadow form almost. So it was like ghostly, but it was like black. Um, yeah, so that's like how they came in. So that's like my 4 spirit guys, and then they like transformed, and it was like 8 of them. Um, but yeah, and then somehow out of nowhere, I don't know, the um I landed on the 4 archetypes: the mystic, the shaman, the sage, and the prophet. So these, it's like that's like the crystallized version of my 4 guides. So they work interchangeably through my ancestors, and then um, the other level of them, and then now it's like the spiritual archetypes. So that's like the more crystallized version of them. Um, yeah, so they kind of work in like categories, I guess. But yeah, so that's kind of what I teach in the course. They're not really courses anymore. It started out like courses. I was marketing it as courses, but they're not courses really. I guess they kind of are, because I'm doing live teachings in them. So yeah, but it's like a living course, because it's like lifetime access to it. You get lifetime access to that, the teachings, and then also to the community. So Um, yeah. Well, yeah. So that's another thing that I'm offering right now, or that was what I started offering, which was the initiations into the community, which I still have those. Those are the main things that I offer. Well, that's the main thing that I offer. But now I have smaller offers where like I have sessions that I offer. Um, and it's under those four categories, still under the four archetypes: the mystic, the shaman, the sage, and the prophet. I have offers, smaller offers that I do in the style of that archetype. So when it comes to mystic, I have more offerings that are like mystical, magical, like you're like learning like actual magic practices and you're actually learning the magic system um, that I developed. So that's more of that. It's more like a spiritual warrior type of energy um, with the mystic. That's kind of the stuff that we learn. And usually, like, okay, like at first, I wasn't going to let anybody, just anybody, join and learn that specific thing. I was going to, like, it had to be based on your birth chart, whether you were encouraged to join the mystics. But I don't know. I'm opening up to the possibilities of not being so rigid and kind of letting people explore those different parts of themselves. So yeah, whereas first it was going to be like red tape, now it's more like lenient. I'm more like, okay, anybody can kind of develop those parts of themselves, but you will lean more towards a specific archetype or more than one, maybe because of the way your birth chart is set up. That's the way the system is set up. So the second offerings, or under the second archetype, which is the shaman, I have more healing offers, or like, like I have dream work, like helping you with dream work and helping you with rituals and like daily rituals and like health rituals to like, um, live a better life, I guess. And I also have like spirit ally sessions and stuff, like tools that I'll give you to develop your spirit team or recognize your spirit team. Yeah. And then for the sage, which this podcast is like in the essence of that archetype, the sage is more about wisdom and is really about divine union, really, um, which is that's the heart of it, and like love and like romance relationships. Well, not really romance, but I guess romance, but more so like partnership. But yeah, so with those offers, I have more of like divine readiness and like getting you ready for your partner, or like actually like helping you discern whether the partner is for you and the path that you guys are creating is like in your highest good. And yeah, like sessions around that and like preparing you for marriage. And yeah, that's more what the sage archetype and offers are about. And then lastly, we have the prophet, which is it's more of like a legacy type of energy with the prophet. It's like building the future and like creating legacy. So it's like not like I offer oracle readings and oracle guidance, but it's not. Let me not say what it's not. I'm gonna say what it is. It's more of building legacy for you, your family, and then also the world. So it's like long-term vision, and it's not necessarily readings in a way that's it's the intention of creation and not you just getting a reading and just like subjecting to it. It's more of like a co-creation process versus a reading that you would get from like a psychic, where they're like, kind of like giving you something and you take what you want from it, kind of, or you pick what resonates from it. It's not necessarily like that. It's more of a co-creation process. With the prophet. So those are the 4 archetypes, and there's 3 levels to each. So the first levels is like, it's kind of like entry work into those archetypes and stuff. It's like minimal sessions, like around like 30 minutes, 15 minutes, like sessions that you can get. It's like direct access to me, and like learning, and it's direct services, like help. The second level is more like, they are containers. So if you want to work with me as like your coach, and like, kind of have somebody hold your hand to develop these aspects of yourself or these parts of your life, then I have the level 2 containers, which range from 3 weeks, I believe, to up until like 12 weeks. So those are like containers with me. You have direct access and like direct support. And then we do like sessions bi-weekly. We do sessions. So you can do, so it's like created in the package, the level 2 package, depending on which one you choose. There's 3 of them. There's 3 weeks, 6 weeks, and then 12 weeks. Is the 3 packages. So so if you want more of like a short-term container versus like a one-off session, then that's what you would choose. But also, like, the main thing that I have and that I've had for the longest, or the main thing, was the level 3, which is the initiations, and that's the lifetime access to the Garden Owl, which you will grow with us. As much as we grow, as far as we grow, like, it kind of compounds. So it's really a good value, because whereas the other value, like the other offers, are like, they have like limits to them. This grows over time, and you're kind of like grandfathered in. So it's like, like, it's like stuff that you'll be able to teach your kids and pass down if you want to at some point. Or like, if you grow with the system, you actually become a part of the system. Whereas like, when you're initiated, you become like an actual spiritual leader in the Garden Owl. So it's like you become a shaman healer in the Owl, or a prophet, or a sage, or a mystic, or a combination of whatever. And that's why I've been building the infrastructure and like the headquarters and stuff. So it's like, actually, like, we work as a community and actually build upon it and help each other. So I guess that's the meat of it, or what I want to talk about in this episode specifically. I'm in the process of getting this house, and it's like, just so, like, it's becoming real, because before it was like me conceptualizing and like kind of like conceiving and like kind of like like taking care of this and like growing it. But now it's like, okay, now it's time to like birth it, and it's like actually in the world and growing and like on its own. So it's very exciting, but also very, I don't want to say scary. I always say it's so scary, but it's not scary. I'm actually excited to see what happens. There's really more that I could talk about, but I feel like I should just end it here, because I feel like this was very in-depth, and I feel like maybe next episode I'll go more in-depth, because it's more like, it's like a rabbit hole. It's never end. But so I guess if you tuned into this episode, thank you. This was more of like a promo episode, or like a grounding episode of the work that I'm doing and that I want to provide to the world. So if you tuned in, if you actually listened, thank you, and tune into the next episode.